episode of Polite for What? Well, listening is a must, but being polite is an option. I'm your host, Rhea, and I'm back with another episode. As always, guys, can you like, subscribe, and share this content? That way I can get into the algorithm and so other people can see our content. But guys, it's just me this week. It's me alone. I hope y'all ready to rock out with me. We haven't did an episode in about 10 days. So this one's gonna be kind of lengthy. So grab your snacks, grab your drinks, whatever it is that you need, and we're gonna hop right into some content. So of course, I'm sure everybody was tuned in this week. We had the WNBA draft that went on. If I'm not mistaken, it was held what was that, Monday? I think it was held this Monday. But yeah, so we had the WNBA draft this week, and y'all, I feel like the WNBA is getting ready to take off, especially with this new draft class coming in. It's really about to push the envelope forward for the WNBA. And I say that because a lot of people tuned in for this draft. If I'm not mistaken, I read that it was 2.5 million people tuned in for this draft. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. This is my first time ever watching a WNBA draft. And I was very, very, I would say I was very anxious and excited to see like where these girls was going to go, right? So we already knew what Caitlin was going to go because we knew, the Indiana Fever was going to draft her. So, of course, I wanted to see where Angel Reese was going to go, Camila Cardosa, Cameron Brink, Rakia, Rakia Jackson, and some of the other girls that we liked, that we watched in college, during the tournament. So I was very, very, very excited to see what went on. So of course, just jumping right into this draft order, and I'm not gonna go through the whole list. Of course, I'm gonna go through our faves. So the first 7. So of course, with the first overall pick, Indiana Fever, they selected Caitlin Clark, and like I said, that wasn't a surprise. Everybody knew that she was gonna go there. I think this is a good pickup. This is a good pickup for Indiana Fever, and I also believe that with her being over there with Aaliyah Boston, I feel like that pick and roll gonna go crazy. The pick and roll game over there is about to go crazy. So I feel like they gonna sell a lot of tickets in Indiana. They don't know if Indiana is like I can't say it's not a huge market because the Pacers are there, but I feel like they about to get ready to do some big things for women's basketball in Indiana. So anyway, so then we had the number 2 pick. Now, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I honestly thought that Angel Reese was gonna go to the LA Sparks. I feel like it was very on brand for her. What she's trying to do with her brand, her personality. I feel like she would have fit in perfect with the LA Sparks, but of course, LA went in a different direction and they chose Cameron Brink. Now, they got a very good player in Cameron Brink. Cameron Brink is long, she's tall, she got a good post game. So they did. They got a really, really good player with Cameron Brink over there. But I'm not gonna lie, I thought they would go, and maybe not with the number 2 pick, but they definitely had. I think they had the number 2 pick and they had the number 4 pick. So I really thought that they would go Angel Reese. I don't think they would have went 2, but definitely I think they would have went 4. But moving along, so at number 3, of course, you got the Chicago Sky. They went with Camila Cardosa. That was a very great pickup for them. To get Camila, they needed a big over there too. So they went ahead and snatched Camila Cardosa up. So they got a great player in getting her. And then at the number 4 spot, like I said, I really thought that either with the 2 or the 4, I thought, they would have got Angel Reese, but LA went a different direction. They went with Rakia Jackson right there. They got Rakia Jackson. So now you got Rakia Jackson and you got Cameron Brink in LA. And honestly, I thought it was going to be Camila and Angel, but the organization chose to go a different way. I'm not sure why. Maybe they feel like they're more skilled than the other ladies, or maybe it's just a fit personality thing. I don't know what it is, but they chose to go in a different direction. So with the number 5 pick, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was hoping and praying because now mind you, I just started really getting into the WNBA last year, but I genuinely like I root for the Dallas Wings because the Houston, Texas, we don't have the comments anymore. So of course, like I root for the Dallas Wings, and so I was hoping like, man, LA passed up on Angel Reese. Like she gotta be going at 5. Like she gotta be going right here. Like why wouldn't Dallas get her? They only got one big over there and Natasha Hire. I'm like, okay, they're gonna get Angel Reese. Nope, they didn't. They went with a guard. They got JC Shelton. Sheldon, not Shelton, I'm sorry. JC Sheldon. Let me get that right. I'm saying. But anyways, Dallas Wings went with JC with the number 5 pick. I thought, like I said, I thought they would get Angel. I wanted them to get Angel because, like I said, I'm gonna be more involved with the WNBA this year. So I was like, man, I'm gonna be so lit if Angel go right here at 5 because I'm gonna get me a jersey. I ain't gonna lie. I was texting my homegirl like, look, hey, if she go right here at 5, I might gonna grab a jersey. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie, but nah, Dallas didn't go. They didn't get her. And one thing that I realized too with this draft is not like most other drafts. I guess I'm so used to like watching the NFL draft or watching and I don't really watch NBA draft too much. I'm a big football head. I love football. So I watch the NFL draft a lot and I realize in the WNBA, they don't go big PA. They go strictly off of need. And that's one thing I was like, dang, I guess I wouldn't know because I don't, like I said, I don't really watch the WNBA draft, but they go strictly off of need. And so, as they were going through the draft, they were saying that, Dallas needed a guard. And I'm like, okay, well, they need a guard. Angel not a guard, they're not gonna get her then. And then when they picked JC, I was like, okay, I guess what that makes sense. But like I said, I never knew that the WNBA was just based strictly off of BPA. I mean, strictly off like what your team needs versus BPA. So that was something new for me. So I guess that was cool, but I never knew that. The number 6 pick, you had Aaliyah Edwards going to the Washington Mystics. I really thought that if Dallas didn't get Angel Reese at 5, I thought they would go with Aaliyah. I would have been cool with that too. I really liked the Aaliyah game coming out of college, and you know how she played at UConn. But like I said, they didn't really need a big over there. They needed a guard, and they went with somebody else. But yeah, Aaliyah ended up going to Washington with the number 6 pick, and then of course at 7, Chicago Sky moves up and they got Angel Reese, and I think that was a good grab for them. So now they got 2 bigs over there, but I think they're gonna have. I don't think Angel's gonna be playing. Of course, she can't play the post because that's where, that's what Camilla's gonna play. So I think Angel's gonna move to the 4. I think that's why she's been kind of like trying to develop her game in this off season. Like she's taking more, more jump shots and stuff like that. So, of course, Camilla's gonna be your center, and then they're gonna have Angel playing down at the 4 spot. So of course she got to develop her game a little more, with the jump shots. Of course, we already know she can grab rebounds. That's not gonna be a big deal for her. So I feel like out of the whole draft, to be honest with you, I feel like the Chicago Sky won. I feel like they got 2 great players in Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. These are 2 women who've been battling against each other since they said like high school. They both was in the SEC, both were on a ring in the SEC, and now they're teammates. So I think that's really dope. It came full circle for them. I think it's really dope that they get to be teammates this year. I think they're gonna dominate. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people in the comments talking about, oh, Angel not gonna start. She's not gonna do this. She's not gonna do that. Like, why y'all already hating and praying on this girl downfall? Like, I feel like if she comes in, she works hard, she develops a shot. Like, why couldn't she be a starter? I don't see why she would be coming off the bench. I think she definitely would start. Like I say, I don't watch a lot of WNBA. I just really started watching, but I'm not really sure who already starts over there. But I don't see why Angel couldn't start if she goes in, work hard, and develop her game a little bit more. So we'll see. It's really gonna be interesting to see a lot of these girls that made it to the WNBA this year. So we got the WNBA season kicks off May 14th. You're gonna have the Indiana Fever versus the Connecticut Suns. This is gonna be the first game of the year. Of course, I'm pretty sure that game is gonna sell out simply because Caitlin Clark and her name is holding weight there. So That's gonna be a good start to the season. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I already got my tickets. Now, not necessarily for the Indiana Fimber game, but I did. I got my tickets for whenever Chicago Sky play the Dallas Wings. So I will be in the building. I'm very excited to see Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese playing in their first WNBA game. So, like I said, I feel like this year is going to be a very, very great season for the WNBA. I feel like the game is getting ready to progress and go forward with these girls coming out, and all the moves that's being made. So I'm ready. I'm ready for the season to start. I'm ready to see how everything plays out. People with their new teammates. These girls on their new team. I'm ready to see like how everything is gonna work out. So congratulations to all the ladies that got drafted. And we definitely gonna be watching. We definitely gonna be watching. We ready to see what y'all gonna do. So we're gonna keep this content going, keep it rolling, keep it rolling. So while we on the topic of Caitlin Clark, I want to read this real quick. So Caitlin Clark is near an 8-figure shoe deal with Nike. Her previous deal with Nike ended as her college season came to an end. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people in an uproar talking about how Caitlin Clark getting a deal before Aja Wilson. How she doing this? Caitlin Clark ain't won. Why she getting these deals? Why she get it over? She ain't never played WNBA. But let me tell you something. Now I did a little research today. I'm not gonna lie. I went and looked up one thing. I think people kind of like missing the fact on with this whole Nike deal is that she already had a Nike deal with Nike. She had a deal with Nike while she was in college, but her deal it just ended, when her college career ended. So of course she became a free agent, I guess, like in the sponsorships, and she can shop around, go sign with whoever she wants to. But Nike offered her 6 figures. Now, if Nike is offering me 6 figures, why wouldn't she sign that deal? So, like I said, they're nearing the deal for 6 figures, right? Now, I will say this: at the end of the day, I feel like Asia is a great player, right? We know we know she's decorated. A 2-time WNBA MVP, a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP, and a 2-time champ, right? Asia is very, very decorated, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like Caitlin getting this deal while going into the NBA, it's all about business, right? It's all about business. Caitlin, she's the hottest female player coming out of college right now. So why wouldn't Nike hop on that bandwagon? I feel like Nike is just doing what everybody else do when they be doing these trends on TikTok, right? Somebody do something and then the next person hop on the trend. They just doing what everybody else doing. And I think it's a better business deal because I feel like Caitlin Clark name holds more weight than Aja Wilson. I'm sorry to say it, don't cancel me. But I feel like that's what it is right now. Like her name holds a little bit more weight. I guess, she just have a lot of buzz around her right now, right? Now, Caitlin, she's not clearly as decorated as Asia is. She don't have the accolades. She don't even have a college championship. But I just think it's the fact that you got a female player coming out of college. She got a game like Steph Curry. She broke the NCAA record for men and women. And then, like I said, like people just love her game. And then it's the fact that, she started getting all this. If we're gonna be honest, she started getting all this publicity when it came to the Angel Reese and LSU thing last year. That whole, thing in like all that started last year. Nobody knew about Caitlin Clark before that. Let's keep it a buck. Nobody knew about her. So once people seeing that, of course, people gonna hop on bandwagons, especially because Caitlin Clark coming out of Iowa is not a lot of people over there. She got a great game, and don't get me wrong, like she's an amazing player. People hopped on that bandwagon, so of course her people uplifted her. But to get back on topic of this whole why Caitlin is getting a deal before Aja Wilson now. That's something somebody gonna have to reach out to Nike and ask them that. I feel like they doing it maybe because it's simply a business. But like I said, it's not like something that's just out of the ordinary and brand new because she already had a deal with Nike coming out of college. So I feel like Nike is just, they just willing to give her a bigger bag because she's gonna go into the WNBA, and she has a lot of chatter, a lot of hype around her right now. So now I ain't gonna lie. I hope Nike reaches out to Asia, because like I said, Asia is very decorated. She a dog. She a dog too. Now she's very decorated. Now, why they haven't reached out to her to do a business deal, I don't know. That's something that the people gonna have to ask Nike about. I'm not Nike. I don't know. I'm just giving my simple opinion on why I think Kaylin is getting this big bag, and Asia hasn't got the shoe deal. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think it's just a business deal. I think it's just a hype thing going on right now, and Nike just want to hop on the bandwagon. So a lot of brands do that. When stuff is hot, people want to hop on the bandwagon. It is what it is. Hopefully, Asia get her turn where she can get her own signature shoe as well. So yeah, man. It's no hate. It's no hate, but I just feel like that's what it is. But speaking of hate, while we on the topic of people hating and all this hate going around, Anna Taurasi, come to the front. Come to the come to the front of the courtroom, ma'am. Listen, I get it, right? You pass your prime, you on the lower end of your 40s, and it's time for you to retire, ma'am. I ain't gonna lie, it's time for you to go on and get up out of there, But listen, you gotta embrace these new girls coming in, right? We get it. We know they know it's not gonna be easy coming in, and we're not gonna say it's gonna be a cakewalk for anybody. Not for just Caitlyn, not for just Angel, not for Camilla, not for Cameron, not for nobody. But I feel like you guys, and when I say you guys, let's say this, because y'all not guys. You ladies need to rally around these young women that's coming into the game, because I feel like they're the ones that's getting ready to push the WNBA forward. And we sorry that y'all can't do it when y'all came in, but these young women that's coming out now, they're getting ready to push the game forward. And this is going to be a win for everybody across the board. So I don't understand the hate. The hate for these rookies coming out. Like, y'all should be encouraging these rookies. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all should really be welcoming them in to the WNBA, because this draft class is the one that's gonna get ready to move the WNBA forward. Just because of these names that's coming out, they hold a lot of weight. So I don't understand like all the hate that y'all have. Like they know that y'all grown women. I don't think they gonna come in and disrespect y'all. They gonna come in and play in their game. Now, some may succeed, some may not, but it just sounds a little, you know what I'm saying? It sounds a little bitter to me at the end of the day but they look very impressive against 18-year-olds, but they gotta come play against some grown women. Okay. They know y'all grown. I don't think they coming in thinking like they just gonna dominate y'all. So I mean, cut these ladies a little slack. Y'all should be welcome them with open arms. That's all I gotta say. I ain't no disrespect to Don and Taurasi. You had an amazing career, but ma'am, it's time. Anyways, moving forward. Can we talk about some NBA? Because I feel like we haven't talked about NBA stuff in a long time. Like, let's get into some NBA content real quick. Because I'm pretty sure this is I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Listen, I'm not gonna watch 82 games this season. I'm not. For me, and I can only speak for me personally. I like watching basketball when it's playoffs. It's more exciting. You in a 7-game series. It's more of a dogfight. This is one I like to tune in. This is probably like my most favorite time of the year for sports, because you get the college tournament, and then you get NBA playoffs. So this is when I like to watch basketball. So of course, everybody have seen this week they did the play-in game. So these are the teams that's trying to make the playoffs. So of course, we had the Lakers beat the Pelicans 110-106, becoming a number 7 seed. They will meet Denver in the first round of the playoffs. And we all know what happened last year when the Lakers played the Nuggets. Do I need to remind people that they got swept? Or we're not gonna talk about that though, right? We're not gonna get into that. But they got swept. Lakers got swept last year. They didn't win not one game. Now, I would say it was very competitive. They had some games that came down to the wire, but other than that, they were swept. But this year, you never know. It might be a little different because now I will say this. I seen a few people commentating saying, hey, even though, Lakers might not look as good as they looked last year, but getting the Lakers getting Denver in the first round may change a lot of things, right? So you're not getting Denver in the later rounds when the players are like worn down, they playing back-to-back games. You're kind of getting each other when y'all both for fresh. So it might have a different outcome this time. I don't know, but I only can go about what strictly happened last year. And last year, the Lakers got swept by the Denver Nuggets. So I don't know. We will see. I'm gonna ride with Denver. I still believe Denver can do it. They are the champs. I feel like they're gonna get it done. So yeah, I'm gonna ride with Denver. I'm gonna ride with Denver for that series. Now I don't think it's gonna be now Denver. Listen, it ain't gonna be no easy task. Now y'all getting each other when y'all broke fresh, but I think that they're gonna give us a good series. So, but I'm gonna take Denver. I'm gonna take Denver in that series and see what happens. So of course we're gonna move into the second playing game. We had the Kings beating the Warriors 118 to 194, eliminating the Warriors from playoffs. I think we might see the end of a dynasty when it comes to the Warriors, man. I think it was kind of sad to see, honestly. Just a tad little bit, just knowing like who the Warriors were, where they've been, the championships they won together. But I think this is the end of the road for them, to be honest. They got to make some decisions on Klay Thompson in the off season. And to be honest with you, I think they're gonna let Klay walk. I think they're gonna let Klay walk and go into another team. I don't think they're willing to give him the max contract that he's looking for. Klay Thompson was 0 for 10. This man was 0 for 10. He ain't get no layup, no free throw, no nothing. This man finished the game with 0 points. And it was a sad sighting for me to see. I'm like, dang, man, like to go out like that is crazy. Yeah, but I really don't think that the Warriors are gonna bring Klay Thompson back. I think they're gonna move on. I think to be honest with you, I think they're gonna build this team around their younger upcoming guys. You got Kuminga, you still got Andrew Wiggins. Of course, Steph is gonna be there until he retires. They just gave Draymond that big deal. So I think this team was just gonna be younger. And I seen a lot of people saying they should go and get young vets. And they may be a good idea for this team. And to be honest with you, how y'all feeling about Chris Paul? Y'all think Chris Paul gonna come back for another year, or y'all think he might be near retirement? Because I don't think this is probably like, for me, honestly, this is probably the worst I've ever seen Chris Paul play. It wasn't a lot of noise around him this year. When I say a lot of noise, like, hearing things about him playing well, he had this, he did score, but of course, you went to a team where you was kind of like in a lesser role, but you still kind of expect certain things from Chris Paul. But he hasn't came out with anything official and said he's gonna retire, but I think he might retire. Like, Chris Paul is another one of those guys who's kind of like, kind of up in age. So we'll see what's gonna happen with that. But moving along, on Friday, which is tomorrow, we got the Pelicans versus the King, and the winner of this game will play OKC in the first round. So I'm not gonna lie, it might be the end of the road for the Pelicans. I got the Kings beating them. Only simply say because the Kings had a really, really good game against the Warriors. They played really well, especially that the guy Keon Ellis. Keon Ellis was in his bag. That man was 3 for 4 from the 3-point line, and he had 15 points. So that was a good sub for him to come in, because Malik Monk is out with an injury. So they might have found a gem in Keon Ellis. Keon Ellis can really hoop. He did really well for them. And I like the Kings, though. I'm not gonna lie, like, the Kings was my favorites last year to place Denver in the Western Conference Finals. So I'm gonna ride with the Kings this round. I think because we don't know, and then again, like I said, we don't know what's going on with Zion. We don't know if Zion is gonna play, and I kind of feel like the team was kind of struggling a little bit. Like they was playing really well. Zion was going off. I feel like the team was feeding off his energy. You know, they was playing really well. At one point, they had came back and they had the game tied, but like I said, when Zion went out with that injury, I don't think I don't see the Pelicans beating the Kings. Now they could, but I don't really see it. I think the Kings are gonna they're gonna go ahead and get OKC in the first round. While we talking about it, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know OKC was number 1 in the West. Can we talk about that? Like, I feel like that was like a sleeper team. Like, I didn't know OKC was good. I mean, I know don't get me wrong, like, and they said a few years ago, like, you know, just give OKC maybe 2-3 years, and they're gonna be a very good team. Now they got some great pieces over there. They got Jalen Williams, SGA, Josh Giddey, what's that guy named Dark? I forgot his first name, but they got some nice pieces over there. But I did not know they were number 1 in the West. So I think the Kings are gonna get them first. Well, the Kings are gonna get them because I'm picking them to win. Kings will get them first round, and honestly, I think the Kings can beat them. I don't know. This is a young team, and you know the Kings kind of have more experience in them because like they were there last year. They went to 7 games with the Warriors. So I think the Kings can. I think they will beat them. I think it's gonna be a really really good matchup. So I'm excited to see what happens in that series. So we're gonna move on over to the east side of things. We had the 76ers beat the Miami Heat 105-104, becoming the 7th seed, and they will play the Knicks in the first round. Okay, y'all. 76ers and the Knicks. I feel like this could be a toss-up series, but I kind of want to lean towards the Knicks. No. I want to lean towards the Knicks. I think the Knicks might get them. The Knicks have been playing really, really well this year too. Like that's another sleeper team that people have been kind of like sleeping on. Like the Knicks are playing very, very well this year. So I think I'm gonna go with the Knicks in that series. And yeah, I'm picking the Knicks to win. I don't know if the 76ers have enough to beat them in the first round. So yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Knicks in that series. So of course, since the Heat lost to the Sixers, you have the Miami Heat versus the Bulls this weekend as well, and they will play for that last spot in the playoff. And the winner of that game will play the Boston Celtics in the first round. Now, if y'all watched the game last night, we all know that Jimmy Butler had an injury, and then it came out today or maybe yesterday, and they said that it's an MCL injury, so he's going to be out for several weeks. So I think, to be honest, with Jimmy Butler being out, and Jimmy Butler kind of carried this team last year, and I think that team kind of goes as Jimmy Butler goes. So I think the Bulls is gonna beat the Miami Heat and to get their last spot in the playoffs. And of course, I don't think the Bulls is gonna beat the Celtics in the first round, but they'll give them a good game. But I think the Heat will be eliminated this weekend with Jimmy Butler being out with that MCL injury. They could win, but I don't see it. I got the Bulls beating them, and then of course that first round I got the Celtics beating the Bulls. So that is that. This has been kind of a quick show, guys. I thought it was gonna be a little bit longer. You know, I thought I was gonna be a little bit more winded, but I guess I wasn't. I don't really have anything else content wise. I will get into some Cowboy stuff, but my Cowboys ain't really been doing too much. My boys, it's just a lot of stuff going on right now in Dallas land that I don't feel like getting into or talking about. As time get closer to the draft, we will talk about, you know, more draft stuff, but right now it's the same old. People over there just trying to create stuff to talk about. I'm not one of them content creators. I'm not gonna talk about nothing if it ain't really nothing to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope y'all enjoyed rocking with me today. As always, like, subscribe, and share this content, and tell a friend to follow us. on YouTube and Instagram. It's polite for what underscore podcast on both handles on YouTube and on Instagram. So hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I will see you next time. Bye.